I'm glad you asked. Let me come over here and see if I can get you a picture. The buses, for the most part, have just left, but if you look just behind me, you'll see like a truck pulling up. People are literally coming from their homes. People in Poland are saying, hey, do you need a ride? Do you need a ride to Krakow? Do you need a ride here? Do you want to come to my home and stay with me? That's happening in this country. So yes, Ukrainians are being offered a place to stay in people's homes. And the government is saying, hey, you can come in. They aren't even at some points checking papers, and they're allowing now children on their own to be able to come out of Ukraine and into Poland. And you just talked about what you saw on the border, and we saw something very similar, which is heartbreaking. We saw a 15-year-old girl who says she had just crossed over from Ukraine by herself to meet her mother, who had come from, I think she had come from Belgium. And so she had showed up from Belgium to meet her daughter, and all of a sudden I look over and the mother has fainted. No pulse. She had she wasn't breathing. There were medics there from Israel who had shown up to volunteer from an organization that's similar to Doctors Without Borders called Rescuers Without Borders, and they were literally working on this woman on the freezing cold ground and trying to revive her. And by God's grace, she was revived. The medics got her breathing again. She had a very light pulse, but the daughter is standing there and wondering what she's supposed to do. You can see the panic and the heartache, and she's crying and talking on the phone, trying to figure out, what do I do now? Because now they're taking her mother to the hospital. Finally, an ambulance came about 30 minutes later, and the daughter's standing there going, I don't know what to do. What do I do? My mother, I want to go home. So it's a really, really, really depressing and difficult situation, but you do have one thing, you have some light, all of these volunteers who care about these people.
Yeah, Sara Sidner, I'm so glad you're there to bring us this side of